One Ritz cracker, then peanut butter, then Oreo cream, then one Oreo. That sounds terrible. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I mean, I love you, Meist, but that sounds terrible. I don't know if I agree with that. Wait, peanut butter? Nah, it still sounds terrible. Give all the money to the safe. I think it's fine. I'm crazy? Crazy like a dick. Peanut butter Oreos are already a thing. I've had them. I do like peanut butter. I don't like the cracker part. Does that make sense? I don't like the cracker part in it. It's not sending me, or whatever the kids say nowadays. Ponk ponk. 1972 for each. Ponk ponk. Didn't kill that. I feel like I don't need to really explain the runs anymore for the most part. But it's a Scythe run. This is more for YouTube. We have the Drown set, the Kin set, and the Leather set for extra resolve. The Leather set might be kind of overkill now, but I'm waiting until I get more ore to change it out. We're doing all strength with the Mage because we want to focus on the Scythe damage. We started with War Drum. Shockwave, Fungal Spread. We're on New Game plus 17. I think that's all there is to say. Ooh, I like Nod Bone. I think it's worth it for 20 resolve. My favorite Oreo is just a plain one. As someone who ate like literally 10 different varieties of Oreo, I think I'm in the same boat. I mean, a lot of things like the original is still gonna remain the best. I wonder if they kind of do that on purpose. I think Achilles is fine. The thing is though, like, I don't love like Oreos in general. They're okay, is how I feel. They just don't, they're not doing it for me like 100%, I'd say. Golden ones do slap. What's something that's better than the original, like straight up? Like think about like the candies, like Reese's has like 20 different spin-offs, but nothing really beats the original. You might bring up like the different shapes that they do each season, but at the end of the day, it's the same thing, really. Like, I don't know if anything beats the original Reese's, you know what I mean? M&M's? So I did like the caramel M&M's. Extra sticky, extra gooey. That really didn't kill it? But how? Peanut butter M&M's? Maybe. Peanut butter M&M's might beat out the original for me too, I gotta say. You like the crunchy M&M's? Oh my god. We found them, chat. Mint Oreos? I don't know about the mint. They're okay. You always attack into an enemy and take damage. So if you don't have enough damage to just like straight up kill them, you're gonna have a bad time with this probably. You can try to just make sure you're lined up below or above them, but it's definitely not easy. It's a very dangerous weapon. It's pretty good if you somehow get it with the Boxer though. If you get like a Swapperoonie or something. Because Boxers have the Deft passive, which means they don't take contact damage from most enemies. Reese's Pieces, 5 ever. I mean, they're good. I feel like Reese's Pieces are just better than... I don't know why, they're better than peanut butter M&M's though. Dun dun dun. Okay. Found like all the exits here. Looking for more relics. Pretty fast though. I'm gonna crack all these open since we still have Nod Bone, so any food we get will increase our max health. We did not get any. I am Sadlian. Hey Mally. Hey Finks. It's the ratio to chocolate to peanut butter. Is that why like the egg Reese's are the best ones or something? Like there's more, I feel like there's more peanut butter in like the Easter egg varietal, which they also double up as like the Super Bowl varietal, I should point out. Something, yeah, something about the egg is just right. I think it has more peanut butter. Oh, I wasn't at max health. Too bad. Run. And the pumpkins are basically eggs, right? The thing is, though, like, I remember I had some guy who claimed, I forget which company he said he worked for, but he worked for a candy company. And I met him once, and he was talking about how basically that candy oftentimes is from like last year or something like that. That seasonal candy, like they just don't, they never really know how much to make, and Halloween like is very hit or miss or something, so a lot of times, oh come on, I don't think I'm getting to max health in this room then. A lot of times they just hold it over till the next year. It's like, ugh. Ah. I mean, if it's good, I guess it's like, well, I don't want it to waste then. If it's good, it's good, right? I'm happy it's not getting wasted. Okay. Trigger that. Thought it got me. Fuck. Hey, Merrick. Bum bum no no no. Bum bum ba-dum. Okay. Ow. One of the things I hated about working in retail is like, if, let's say, Christmas comes and goes and you don't sell all your Christmas crap, it's like, some of the stuff you can send back to the company, but the vast majority, you're just expected to do something with. It's the best way I can describe it. So it's like, you can kind of put it on clearance, but you're also kind of not supposed to. Or you can try to save it till next year. So like a lot of the stores are just like, you go in the back and it's just them hoarding a bunch of shit that doesn't sell. Because if it didn't sell one year, what are the odds it's gonna sell the next year and shit like that? So you just like, you go back there and it's just like a hoarder's, I swear to God, like so many fire code violations were going on back then. It was just like too much shit everywhere. I don't know why they just don't take it back at that rate. Give me food. Arr. Lowest minigame plus and gear you can play this style of full clear relic heavy run. So it's kind of a question of when do you get enough resolve to potentially do something like this? And you can get the leather unity to a, you don't even need the 100, just get the level 50 leather unity, and that gives you like 50 resolve right there. So that's not too crazy to get early on from a few pieces of equipment, I'd say. Now apply magic break. I feel like it's mediocre. We don't want that. I have a lot of rolls. Let's roll it. That's not good. And that's terrible. It's like poison. That girl is poison. Holiday discounts in a pharmacy chain. Destroy all targets. Yeah, like after a holiday's over, like, you know how much candy we'd go through? Because they have no fucking clue, in reality, how much candy to send to these stores in order to actually sell enough. Ideally, at these stores, right, when a holiday ends, the day after a holiday or whatever, you'd have exactly one item, exactly one product, one item of each product line basically left over. So that way you know that you didn't run out and could have potentially sold more, but also you sold as many as possible, basically. We're not going to swap to this, maybe like late in the run. But for now, we'll keep it Scythe. It would be really good with our war drum, though, and stuff. Okay, Dan. Whoop. There was a glitch one Halloween, I remember, where all the candy went on sale for 50% off a day early because the company fucked up. So on Halloween day, the store, the candy was coming up for literally half off the day that they sell the most candy, potentially. And it's like, that's really good for the customers. So my boss got on the phone and he's like frantic, like, you gotta adjust the price of all the candy at the register and don't let it sell for half off, blah, 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 blah. Because we didn't advertise that it was half off, so it's technically not against the law or anything for us to adjust it at the register. But at the same time, the place is an absolute madhouse. You gotta understand, on Halloween day when people are buying candy like it's going out of fashion or whatever. And it's like, I'm not doing that, so I just let all the candy fly for half off. And instead I advertised it. And then that way I had no candy left over after Halloween. It was so much better. It was so much better. Oh, no! Ow! Well, it's either that or like I wind up with a bunch of leftover candy, probably, you know what I mean? Welcome, Kubro. And then the shit's gonna be half off anyway. Okay, what do you got? I don't want another shield, really. I just want more stuff for the war drum. That's pretty bad. I feel like this relic is bad. Am I crazy? It's too much. It's not good for us. It's too much, chatties. Ooh. Wait, how do the wings work again? Jumping in the air enables flight, but you take 75% extra damage. It'll kill me. I do need it for an achievement, but it'll definitely get me killed. Alright, glowing ember is finally okay. Good when I switch the gun? I mean, that's like hours away at this rate, it looks. Down, 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 do, 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 boom, boom. Okay, let's go to there. Finish the rest. What does the resolve do? It lets you carry relics. So you can see in the top left, I have 210 resolve. If I go below 100, it'll start reducing my max health. You want good relics. A relic usually costs anywhere between 10 and 40 resolve. 40 or 50, actually. 50 should be the best ones. Do-do-do-do-do. Bam, bam, dun, 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 dun. Same experience years ago at a gas station. Someone messed up, put the price of premium gas $1 cheaper than the regular gas. I remember it was Christmas Day, and someone at the company messed up. So every single thing in the store, a lot of times they had like buy one get one free sales on a lot of different products. But for some reason, everything that was set up as buy one get one free on that day, they were both coming up for 1 cent each. So you'd say you came up with 2 packs of batteries, right? They both came up as 1 cent each for some reason. So you could buy 2 packs of AA batteries for 2 cents or something. And it was Christmas Day, so there was no one apparently at the office or whatever to fix the error, I'm guessing. I don't know, because they wouldn't fix it all day long. And my boss was like, just change the price manually. He's like, but I don't know the prices of literally every item in the store. I was just a cashier at this time. So I was just kind of like, fuck it. People are getting like free batteries and shit today. Like, I don't fucking care. Let them be happy, you know? Batteries, what a ripoff, right? Was it just batteries? No, it was like a ton of stuff, but I just remember that batteries was the main thing. The thing is, though, it's Christmas Day. And on Christmas Day in those stores, like, you get like a couple customers maybe every hour, and that's it. I guess we'll take a Spore Burst here, it's okay. Helps with the War Drum. But you get the double jump in the game, ooh. Is it the plateau where you get it? I forget which area the double jump comes in. Double study entrance seed? Yeah, I guess so. It's pretty rare, right? And I even got it next to this chamber, which is helpful. Well, we're gonna go to Mundi. Dun, dun, dun. I mean, there's just a lot of things like these people seem to think that time is infinite at these stores or something. I don't mean like the customers or anything. I mean the people that work higher up. They seem to think you have literally the time for everything ever. Like every single thing you have time for somehow. It's like, bitch, I don't got time to wipe my ass around this place. It's like, the first store I managed had an attic. It's kind of hard to explain. But the store had an attic. And it kind of wasn't supposed to have an attic. And for some reason, one of the previous managers, literally over 10 years ago, stored a bunch of shit up in the attic that was only reachable if you, like, brought out a 30-foot ladder. So I go up there, my boss tells me, you gotta clean it out and get rid of all that stuff. And I was like, okay. And I go up there and there's so much stuff. There's Russell Stover chocolates from 2002, for Christ's sakes. It was disgusting. I'm pretty sure there were mice up there. There was like niblets of things being eaten and everything. It was absolutely disgusting. There was a bunch of Easter, you know, like the Easter baskets? Like people will go buy the like foily grass or some shit to put into the Easter baskets. There was a shitload of that up there for some reason. Christmas lights, I forget what else. My boss said, get all that down there and try to sell it. He wanted me to try to sell the shit. Hell no. All that stuff went straight into the dumpster. You just gotta imagine all the work it takes to try to, like, I'd have to get it all down. I'd have to dust it all off. Number 2. Like, wipe it down, etc., etc. Then I'd have to get it on the shelf, make room on the shelf for it somewhere in the store, God knows where. I'd have to price it, tag it, etc., etc. Like, you gotta do so much. I brought it straight to the dumpster. Straight to the dumpster. I remember the most annoying part about that is like, not even like a month later. My boss was asking me for a favor, and I was being a little cheeky, so I was just like, can't you get someone else to do this for you? He's like, well, what have you done for me? And I was like, well, I cleaned out that attic. And he said, well, what have you done for me lately? It's like, bitch, that was a month ago. can't pull that on me now. So used, chat. Whoop. In some ways, I owed that particular guy, like, a lot. He gave me, like, a lot of opportunities I couldn't have had, but he wasn't, like, a good boss, I think. His opinions were not good. To say the least. Obi-Wan can blow me. What's going on? Thank you so much for the 3 months. You gotta clean your basement. Good luck. Go into the menu and reloading save so you are next to a teleporter at the start. Consider it too cheesy or you just lose too much time / momentum. It's not cheesy, I think. I think it's fine. It's just kind of like, I mean, sometimes you can abuse it to really get out of a bad situation, I guess. But at the same time, it's like, it saves so much time in some places. I don't think it's a big deal. I mean, they do it in speedruns, I'm 99% certain, if that helps you at all. Oh. I knew he had bad opinions because he said that, how do I describe this? He came from Florida, moved to Massachusetts just for this job. Felt kind of bad that he uprooted his whole life just for it. And he said that, God, how did he put it? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, uh-oh is right. He said it's much easier, essentially, it's much easier to find people to work in Florida and they're not so lazy. Is just sort of, was sort of his thing to me. And he said this to me, like, alone. Just kind of like, as if, like, he was teaching me something. It's like, what the fuck? But, I mean, he's my boss, so it's like, I'm just kind of like, uh-huh. Mm-hmm, you don't say. Go on. Ow. No, 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 no. It's not even like about the differences between the states, but just to have that kind of thought is just kind of odd to me. You know what I mean? Yeah, what did he want me to do with that info? I don't know. Like, because it's like, you're kind of just venting about like, oh man, it's tough to find someone to work here. But really, what I was getting at is the fact that you only let me pay people $11 an hour. Ow. Ow. We're fine. Did I enjoy the Vampire Survivors update? It was crazy. I'm really shocked. Did they actually think it's not a big update, you think? Or were they just being cheeky? No. I completed Super Seeker bonus level. I think so. The one with like the upside down thing. The like kind of, it's just like a short bullet hell, whatever. We got some new evolutions like the Laurel and the Clock Lancet afterwards. Ow. Bump, 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 bump. Woo! It's good. I mean, I was kind of being a little bit of a downer about the game, thinking like, oh, I mean, like, how much more can they really do? But they kind of caught me by surprise with that. It kind of shows they have a lot of creativity here, I think. So it ain't over yet, maybe. What they need is like double evolutions or something, really, to spice things up. Maybe. LSD mode, right. Alright, we gotta start picking up the pace of this run probably right about now. So I'll probably start skipping chests after this. Still look for resolve and stuff, but I don't want this to be another 3-hour run. Mod bone is fulfilled, so that's nice. Okay, since we have War Drum, we do pick up both lilies, but then we don't fight Nama till the end. Maybe even all 3 lilies? Maybe. Goal of this run? Just clear the thread. Nothing else. Really? Without dying. We found 2 weapon swaps. One shows the revolver, one shows the ballista. So we might take both of those toward the end. I could try out the ballista for the bosses. I'm worried that it'll just throw the run a little bit, though, to be honest. Ow. Runs take hours, yeah. I strongly seek out games that have runs less than an hour long. Because if it gets too long, it's just not very watchable. So from a content creator's perspective, it's kind of hard. You know what I mean? Like, I still really, really enjoy this game, but I understand why it's kind of hard to watch. When you have to invest like 2 or 3 hours of your time. Can't really just pop in for a quick 30-minute run.
I love you, Twitch chat.
We'll come back again, please. Merrick, thank you so much for the gift sub to Nissen. Thank you kindly. Appreciate it. How was this game? Oh, it started early access in 2020, I think. I think it was 2020. And it just came out a few weeks ago, 4 weeks ago maybe, in 1.0. It was like August 2020? Yeah, that makes sense. I think that makes sense. Because I think I remember playing it like right before Hades came out. Okay. Thought it had just come out. Nah, I definitely had like a lot of levels from early access. I don't know. I don't remember how many we started at. Swap the poison bomb? Sure. It's good, and I get a blessing of wisdom, which equals 6% more damage from the drum. It's a good spell. I'm good at these kinds of games. I mean, this one's been easier to, maybe it's because I played the original a lot way back in the day, but also just kind of like having that warm-up during early access helped me a lot too, I think. Tricking people into thinking I have some kind of natural skill at it. Hey, Grim Rocket. Whoop. Why did that crack open? Oh, Spore Burst does it, I think. I'm trying to think, is there a game I was actually naturally good at, like the first time I cracked it open? Like, we did really well the first time we played. Is it? Fury definitely wasn't it, I would say. I remember Boyfriend Dungeon, we beat like the, you were meant to lose or whatever. As part of the tutorial. And we beat like the wave of enemies that you weren't meant to beat or something like that. Okay. Side scale with int or strength? Strength only. It doesn't mention intelligence anywhere, so I put on all strength equipment with the mage here. So I guess that's that, right? Which is kind of unfortunate. All right, so we want to start picking up the pace right about now. 2 weeks ago, you were level 400-ish. Wow. Time flies. I have, like, almost tripled my playtime, I think, since then, though, so I guess that makes sense. Love a Coas gel. All right, here's a lily. 1. Of course I'm good at boyfriend dungeon, of course. I'm trying to think of anything else. I feel like there were some games like I was naturally bad at for some reason. What was one that came to mind, really? Ow. Isaac, it felt a little bit like I was really forcing it. Oh, what happened? Hello? I think Twitch restarted. That was weird. I didn't even notice. I didn't even see that. It doesn't even say I dropped any frames. Oops. I think that was Twitch. I'm back. Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. Pack of smokes. Never smoked a cigarette before in my life. What about you, chat? Ow. Yeah, local recording's fine. It must have been a Twitch thing, really. Because nothing happened on OBS, really. Used to smoke years ago? Oh, no kidding, huh? Family full of smokers, though. Oh my god. Ow. Simpsons trivia. Name a character for me. Don't like cigarettes, but you do like cigars a little bit. Still haven't tried a cigar. I don't know if I will at this rate. It's just, it's like I haven't tried it now, and who knows? Maybe I have addictive personality or something. Lisa. Okay. Lisa. Ooh, that's a tough question that I don't know the answer to. Oh no. Oh no again. Let's see. There was an episode where Lisa, like a friend, okay, another girl joins her school and appears to be smarter and better at Lisa at almost everything. So in that episode, she visited, they kind of become friends, bitter friends, at least in that sense. And she visits the family's house, where they keep doing these puzzles that Lisa can't keep up with. What kind of puzzle is it? I guess is the way I describe it. That's a rough question, I admit. Anagrams, yeah. It was like anagrams, and it's like you name it's like you take a celebrity's name and they were supposed to rearrange the letters to come up with a way to describe the celebrity. And it's like, who the fuck can do that? Like literally in an instant too. It's like nobody's doing that. Okay, let's focus and pick up the pace, maybe. Let's check over here. I'll grab this chest. Yoink. The same episode, Lisa destroys the other girl's school project. Was it on purpose? I think it was kind of on purpose, at least. It was a diorama of what? Sat on my Wookiee, yeah. Or at least from what, we'll say. That's a tough one. Yeah. Telltale heart. Telltale heart. Yeah, back to the smoking. My dad smoked for 40 years and he quit. It was the hardest thing he had to do, he said. I won't lie, like growing up around smokers, like both my parents smoked, my siblings all smoked. Somehow I never smoked. Don't know how, really. There is something like, I almost enjoy the smell of the secondhand smoke a tiny bit sometimes. I don't know, it's weird, right? Weird how that happens. Go back down. It actually took them a long time to prove that secondhand smoke is harmful, didn't it? A surprisingly long time. I think that like there was always a prevailing theory that it was very harmful, but it wasn't really proven right away. Lots of tobacco lobbying, yeah. What's up, PC guy? I remember I watched an episode on Penn and Teller about, it was a Penn and Teller show called Bullshit, and it was pretty interesting. Some of their, I don't know, maybe they're not really like opinions, are a little out there, maybe sometimes. But their whole thing was like, there's nothing that actually proved, at the time of that recording at least, that secondhand smoke is actually harmful. But the sad part is it didn't take long. It was like within a couple of years that they did actually prove it. So it didn't really end up aging that well. It's not like they were trying to say like secondhand smoke's okay, but they were all about just saying like don't, you know, like we need proof kind of thing for facts. Love that show. It was really fascinating. Sometimes I think they sent the wrong messages at moments, but it was still really interesting. They had a long episode about recycling and about how, again, this is at the time of like 20 years ago, probably now. Recycling like wasn't worth it for a lot of Americans as is or something. I think that has somewhat changed at least. Nothing here, so we have to go back and down. Down, ow. Boom. A fun show though. Other factors contribute, yeah. It's like, well, the you know, you don't know what the other person does in their off time kind of thing. It's like, uh-huh. Ow. It kind of came back to, I think I brought this up the other day, but people have this misconception that there's not enough space in the world to hold all our trash. But the reality is just it's not that we don't have enough space, it's just that it's too goddamn expensive to move the trash around as much as we need to. Ow. Uh-oh. It's gonna blow! Man, I got hit a lot. Can't everyone in America fit in Rhode Island? The world is big. Right, probably. Like if everything had the same population density as, and I think like Paris, France might have the. Do I actually fit? I do. Might actually have the highest population density. Like if that was just like you try to squeeze everyone into the same place, it would probably work to some degree. Hong Kong does? Wop, wop, wop. Whoa, whoa. Google claims Monaco. Huh, interesting. Unused land in Canada and Russia. Right. It's funny, like, I'm sure a lot of us have seen the map. It's like, they show a line that's kind of just across the southern border of Canada, and it's just this teeny tiny amount of space below the line that is still Canada, and they're like 50% of the population of Canada lives here. It's like, what? No. So is this gonna be a Lily? It is. We'll take it. It does mean I do lose a relic, but it's 6% damage for 5 resolve seems worth it, really, still. I've been to Canada? No. Is there anything to do in Canada? Like, are there any sites to see? I'd go to, it's not that I wouldn't go to Canada. There's Niagara Falls, I guess. Alright, so we're kind of done in this zone, I guess. Ow. Good thing I can face tank pretty much everything. We can probably go to the lake now because we've spent the majority of our resolve. Screw that. Dude, go for the poutine, I guess. I try poutine. I don't think we could get wiped to try poutine. Ooh, gosh. That shit hurt. Alright, we'll do that real quick. Oh, almost did that. Come on up, zombie. Hey, Raven. No. Pretty big hits here, really. I don't think I could afford to take an Oath Dagger in this instance, though. It is kind of interesting, though. It is great. It seemed like, you know, if I wanted to leave the US, Canada would be the place to go. Up until, like, recently with the how much it costs to buy anything there and stuff. Now I probably just couldn't afford it, to be honest. All right, we do the lake to get the keys going, get the keys done. It's expensive, yeah, too bad. All right. That's probably the boss way over there. Okay, that's nothing. Don't destroy anything in case it has food that I'm gonna want. Ow. I broke my rule that I said I would try to follow, which was, do the library after Mundi. Ooh. Since there's guaranteed apples there and stuff. All right, we got the Onyx gateway here. Go this way. Telcon in Canada? Probably not, to be honest. Puzzle challenge, lose no health. I don't have a Koa shell. I don't have any way to hover. I don't have things that makes me immune to spikes. I don't have disattuned. Don't currently have anything that lets me get that. Hey, Kisra. Isn't the same news too about real estate? I think maybe it's kind of like real. Yeah, I think it's just kind of like Canada was cheaper, a cheaper option potentially, and then it just suddenly started spiking out of control. And now it might be more in line with what's going on in the US now. It's kind of like, I think, or at least my very primitive idea around it is that it is no longer like a cheaper option or alternative, potentially, to the US. Okay, that's the white key. This is the... Or is that the white key? I think that might be the white key, actually. Can't freaking tell. Ow. I remember, like, I think we were talking like real estate prices months ago, and someone's like, just move out in the middle of nowhere. It's just like, right, where there's no internet, you say. And there's potentially no like housing either, and you have to like build your own house or something. And leave all friends and family behind, blah, blah, blah. It's like, it's just never that easy. Ow. Damn it. Damn it! Just trying to burst it down. I get hit by everything. Looks like I am actually... I don't have enough armor, because I saw it blocked for 1171 when I got hit there. There we go. Hey, Omega. White key is always the buzzsaws up? Oh, okay, I didn't realize that. Dan, aren't you already in the middle of nowhere not right now? I mean, at the end of the day, I'm still like an hour away from the city of Boston, practically. I mean, compared to some parts of the country, this is still considered rather urban? I don't know. What term do we say? Rural? Rural? Boom, bum, bum, bum. Gotta get this other key. Rural. Write that down in the Dan Docs file. Yep. Just start looking up Dans within an hour radius of Boston. Ow. All right, where... Okay, so the other portal is probably straight ahead. Boss is right after that. Damn, Jesus. Okay, destroy all targets. Easy. You know what I'm saying? See the goal! What's up? Last name reveal or we don't get to 17, okay. I don't know what y'all would do with it anyway. Seagull, thank you so much for the 16 months ago, though. What's new? Whoop. Seagull, what have you been playing lately? I guess we have to go down and around, it looks. Haelian's the last name, middle name Vaughn. I feel like we might have revealed my middle name at some point, but I don't really remember. Working through the FromSoft back catalog, enjoying... Oh, come on. Elden Ring, nice! The DS1 and Bloodborne now. Favorite so far? There was something like, I played Dark Souls 1 first, and so there was something kind of special about it. The first one is probably the most special for a lot of people, whichever one. Still the Elden Rings? Nice. Bum 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 ba-dum. Bloodborne fun. Ow. I really thought I'd end up hating it. I thought it would... When, before I started, I thought it was going to be kind of like similar to playing a game like Getting Over It, where I'd just be like miserable the whole time, and I wouldn't really actually have fun. It's just like people kind of overstate the challenge slash difficulty, I think, of them. I mean, they're hard games, that's for sure. That's fine. It's not bad, right? Goodbye, Shockwave. Hey, D-Choi. Hello. I'm going down. It can be easy if you know what you're doing. I mean, that's the thing, like, there's so many resources out there that it's not that crazy. Like, if you did it, like, with literally zero assistance from anywhere else, then no doubt it's insane, but it's like, you just don't really need to play games like that. Like, when you get stuck, you know, and you want to look it up a little bit, it's fine. I'll probably die. I don't want to take that. Look at all our relics. Glowing Ember wouldn't be an additional one, but it is really strong, so I think I'll just take it. Bam, bam, down, down, down. Community hypes up the difficulty a bit much. Ow. I think at the end of the day, the difficulty is mostly from knowledge and not necessarily from actual like hand-eye coordination skill for the most part. Because there's always like ways to make things easier in the game on yourself. But you gotta have the knowledge of how to do it. Got hit by something. Damn, this weapon would be pretty good for like speeding through stuff, really. It's probably never going to be as good for bosses. I mean, some bosses it can be pretty cheesy. Like that Enoch fight is pretty hilarious. Okay, this way. The other thing is, if you want something mechanically difficult about the game, if you want to play the game in a mechanically difficult way, you can just choose to do that. And a lot of people, I think that's how people approach the difficulty, is like they say like, greatsword only, dodge only, and that's how I play the game, period, or something like that. It's like, but you're just kind of like putting your own limitations on everybody else and expecting them to play it the same way. Kind of odd. All right, let me in here. Damn it. Okay, when do you stop? That's it. Hit it! Damn it. Damn it, Dan. Stop getting hit! Still fine. Ugh. Knowledge is way more important. Yeah, in a similar way, it's kind of like Hades in that sense, right? Like, people think that it's a lot of like skill, but really, if you just have the right knowledge of what works and how, then it makes the game like infinitely easier. Okay. Let's go ahead and discover the boss room while we're over here. Unlock the teleporter, and then we move on to the librarium. In actuality, it's quite rare to have a game that is almost solely reliant on mechanical skill. Like rhythm games might be that, right? Although at the same time, memorizing like a song helps pass it so significantly, right? I'll get there, don't worry, Dan. Okay. No. Destroy all targets on... Oh, this one. Hey, the scythe kind of makes things easy. Oh, wait. Fuck. I wasn't supposed to jump. I forgot. Whoops. To the library. Sekiro. Still haven't tried it. Ow. Depends on the rhythm games. Some have randomized notes. Fascinating, really. Ow. Die. Yeah, I'll eventually play Sekiro. We'll probably do Dark Souls 3 well before it. It'll probably go Dark Souls 3 into Bloodborne into Sekiro. And then we're done, right? If I were to guess. I do still plan to actually attempt to do more of a shield-based run with like lots of parrying. Hopefully, in Dark Souls 3, we'll see. Thread the needle. Dang. Let me in. Oh, whoops. That was another one. Sekiro is a parry simulator. Would playing Fury help me in any way? Is there contact damage with this boss? There is not. We finally find out. Come on. Still got hit there. If I get stuck on a boss, it's better just to try to farm up relics by cleaning previous stages or just teleport to the boss stage every time. It kind of depends. It's gonna be up to you. If you're still like really new to the game and you don't know the bosses well and you gotta learn the boss, I'd probably recommend just locking the castle and going straight there. But then eventually you'll probably do want to just farm up relics before you start fighting any of the bosses like I'm doing right now. And that way you still earn gold in each thread and stuff. I mean, I've still died a handful of times doing it, but it does seem like how much gold I earned kind of like supersedes how difficult the game gets per thread clear here now. In other words, I'm gaining more gold than the game is getting difficult per thread clear nowadays. Down, bum, bum, bum. But yeah, there definitely is a point where it's just like, you just gotta learn the bosses to some degree first. I think there is an element of like you could be under-leveled. For sure. No. You can only invest in last armor skill. Looks like I'm not too far from stuff like that starting to happen. Ow. Damn it. Ow. Would you stop? Got hit by everything so far. Let's just send that off. Do I have poison? Oh, I do. You're level 2300 or so. Yeah, it seemed like the armor is going to be like the most expensive eventually. I was thinking that might be about the time that I put the game down, when just like it just slows down that much in terms of progression. I mean, it's already at the point where like the levels don't feel, it's not as satisfying anymore. I still enjoy the actual gameplay. Oops. New game plus 100 or bust? Nah. Whoa. What about new game, like I go back? Well, the thing is, all burdens on. What new game do you have to be on for that? Put all the burdens on. Is that, do you actually have to be at 100? Or does that happen sooner? Yeah, you can't even skip new game. I probably would have skipped some by now, like 1 or 2 here, because I feel like kind of over leveled. Didn't someone say we can't put all the burdens? I thought someone said it, but I wasn't really. I don't see what would stop you. Maybe not literally all of them, but maybe you could kind of max it out in some way. You can definitely go over the amount that it wants you to do. Okay. Combat roll? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And then I forget to use it. Ow. Ow again. Bum ba ba bum ba bum. Where are you, gong heads? There we go. Something so satisfying about that. All right. Oops, wrong way. 1. Two. Still get pearls off each boss kill. Yep. So you get 100 pearls per boss every thread, so you get 800 pearls per thread. Which is really only like 2 2/3 of upgrades. I think we found the boss, right? We did. So now it's just the sun tower. I still kind of had too much resolve, huh? I could have taken that double combo bell maybe instead of, I don't really remember what it was. Whoops. Oh, hello, hello. Mage with drowned chest plate. Scythe mage, so it's all strength. Wouldn't really make sense to go intelligence because the Scythe doesn't have any sort of relevance to intelligence. And I don't get mana back that easily. When using the Scythe, right? So. The last 10 new game pluses are super unbalanced. It'll be really easy or extremely hard. You think so? Why do you think that exactly? Yeah, it was a Scythe run at the start, yeah. I found 2 weapon swaps. I haven't taken them, though. I was thinking one of them's Ballista. We could double swap and try to do all the bosses with the Ballista, which I have not really used. Rip again? Okay, that time I just dropped some frames. Damn you, interwebs. Maybe it is me to some degree. I don't know. One of my in-laws tried to was asking about like what I do and how it works and stuff like that. And so they were asking about like, oh, what if like the power goes out or something? Like, what do you do? It's like, well, I can't do anything. You know, oh. Right. And like, so does the internet go out too when the power goes out? It's like, kind of. Sometimes. I'm like, oh, but you can still stream if the power goes out then. You still have internet. It's like, I need power. Like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? I need both. I need 2 things. Backup generator? I don't know. It was like trying to explain to my dad again that email is part of the internet. Okay. Describe what the internet is, Dan. It's like a series of tubes. And they're getting all clogged up on me over here. Tubes, LK, tubes. Might miss some relics here. Woo! Ow. They're also the ones like, okay, I think they said, I was trying to remember how they put this, because they almost had the right idea. They're like, oh, but if that happens, could you just stream from like an iPad? And I'm like, I mean, I can stream from my phone, kinda. But it's pretty terrible. Yeah, we had a couple of those when the power went out. Don't you have to like pay for some kind of separate plan if you want to be able to use data on an iPad or some bullshit? What a pain. Damn you, fruit fly, or whatever you are. Okay. Yeah, 1440p iPad stream. I'll just use FaceTime. Okay. We'll just stream using FaceTime, okay, chat? My mother-in-law still 100% thinks that what I do has something to do with gambling. She'll ask, like, vague questions from wife, like, how's he doing? Like, he's not losing money, right? It's like, he doesn't gamble, mother. She's like, right. But when he spends money, he gets it back, right? Whoa. I think, like, I don't know, there must be some instance in her life where she had some family member who said that he or she could make a living, like, doing online poker, and now that's what she thinks of or something. I don't know. I don't know what she thinks. Like, we tried to explain it. I mean, she knows what a video game is and everything, but she's actually decently savvy. Like, she uses FaceTime and a lot of other apps and stuff like that. Looked up Twitch to read about the gambles. That's a hot topic right now, the gambling streams on Twitch. I don't really have like a hot take about it, because it's just kind of like, I don't know, there's a lot of shitty parental figures on Twitch already, and I feel like adding gambling to it isn't that much different from most other things. So I guess I don't know if I love the argument that like this is bad for kids who are watching Twitch, because I kind of just feel like kids shouldn't be watching Twitch, period, personally. If that makes sense. That doesn't mean like, oh, gambling streams are perfectly okay and acceptable. It's like, I just don't know. I mean, you could sit there and say, like, force them to be 18 to be able to watch the stream, but they can always lie about it, and then, like, what do you do after that? So, I don't know. Hot topic on YouTube, too, a couple years ago. There was, like, the whole CSGO, like, gambling on gun skins or whatever. I never really fully understood. Now, that's a bit different, because you're taking, like, in-game stuff, treating it as a currency and gambling with it. It feels a bit different to me than straight up just spending your money to gamble on a slot machine online. Maybe I'm splitting hairs, but I think there's something, like, predatory about having it being an in-game skin. Like, loot boxes are bullshit, right? Let's just take something for the drum. I don't think a third ember would be very good anyway. I mean, that's okay. Sure. That was the argument for loot boxes, though. It ain't gambling. This is a hard one. You know, honestly, if it were up to me, like actual gambling with money probably just wouldn't exist in the world. Because I feel like it preys on people who don't know better, or who are not financially responsible a lot of times, right? That's like the big market for gambling and stuff. Is buying Pokemon cards essentially gambling? That's the thing, it's like, where do you draw the line, right? Where do you draw the line? It is actually hard to know. All right, boss rush begins, shall we? It was kind of quick, actually. We do Nama last to keep the lilies. Pokemon MTG cards are kind of stupid as well. As someone who has bought a lot of Pokemon cards, yes, they are stupid. No, I don't actually have an argument against it. Really? That hit me? Yes. Your cousin got addicted to Magic the Gathering cards? I had a friend who wound up a convicted felon because he stole like thousands of dollars worth of Magic cards from Walmart. It wasn't easy for him to steal that many cards from Walmart. So he got into like big trouble. The thing is though, he wasn't stealing them because he wanted them. He was stealing them because he wanted to sell them and make money. So it's a bit different, obviously. All right, just die, Lammy. Aren't loot boxes the same thing though? I think at the end of the day, like a child is not supposed to have a way to spend money on the internet, right? I don't know. I'm trying to think about it. Can't sell what you gain from loot boxes? Hi, wife. My wife must be on lunch break. You buy a pack of cards hoping for legendary and end up with a bunch of common tracks. You basically end up with nothing as well. I think you can sell, like, depending on the thing. You can sell some things from loot boxes, can't you? Potentially. It depends on, like, because so many things do loot boxes, like, in different ways. But, like, CSGO had, like, the marketplace or whatever, did it not? I swear I hit that combat roll. Ow. I don't know. Reminty! What's going on? Thank you for the gifts up to wife. Oh no! Her lifetime subscription continues to get pushed back now. This is actually a tough argument when it comes to gambling. It's like, it's hard to know where the line is, huh? Thanks so much, Reminty. How do we stop children from gambling? That's the bottom line, right? That's the bottom line. We have to ask ourselves. Because inherently, watching someone else gamble is fine as long... letting kids watch someone else gamble is fine as long as they're not doing the gambling themselves, right? Have responsible parents. Yeah, that is sort of the bottom line there, right? But that seems to be a hard ask. Right? So it's like, it's tough, because I remember even like back in the day, like World of Warcraft was frowned upon by parents because they thought it was overly addicting for children and it was like unfair, blah, 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 blah. I mean, that kind of thought is kind of gone nowadays, which is good, I think, because it's stupid to blame the problems that your child is having on a video game that you are giving them the option to play, essentially, you know. Naturally, the developers of products want their product to essentially be addicting in some shape or form. Wait, that shit hurts even during the phase change? Okay. Oh, whoops. Oh, went the wrong way. Damn it. Can't really do much during this phase, can I? Woo. Oh, come on. Damn, I didn't really do the cheesy part very well. I mean, at the end of the day, it's kind of like a kid can't gamble if they don't have money. Most kids don't have a way to earn money themselves, right? So there's often, they would only be spending their parents' money to gamble. Why do they have access to their parents' money to gamble? You know what I mean? It's kind of odd. I don't know. Genshin Impact is predatory like that. I have a niece and nephew that play it a lot. And I asked them, like, have you spent any money on it? And they're like, Mom and Dad don't let us. And I'm like, that's right. That's right, they don't. Ow. Now here's a tough question. It's very difficult to ask, or rather to answer, perhaps. If someone under 18 has a job, earns their own money, and they decide to spend that on gambling, is that wrong in a way? I guess is sort of how I'm gonna phrase this. Oh, crap, man. Whoop! How similar scythe mechanics is to hand scythe? Not similar at all, I'd say. There's no actual, like, combo from, like, repeatedly hitting the button here. Ow. I can't get in there? I was hoping I could, like, get in there. I'm not gonna die, am I? We're fine. Why'd that give me 916 health? It's the job of someone else to mentor them. At the same time, I feel kids should have ways to spend money to better understand how it works and its value. If it's wrong for adults, it's wrong for kids too, right? Right, but like gambling is legal for adults, you know? I guess like the maturity level is quite different between, you know, say a 14-year-old and an 18-year-old. Probably, right? All right, to ball. We're gonna open the golden door this run? Oh yeah. Gambling is illegal in the States. Online, under 18, you're not allowed to gamble, and it's kind of restricted how and where. Like some states, I think you can't gamble like online depending on certain things. Potentially. Why didn't that work? Try to cast my spell. That was close. All right, two ball. All right, we got it before we summon the ads. That's very useful for us. Uh-oh, ran out of jumpies. Easy to ball. To ball's pretty easy with something like this, or like Bard, where you can just stand above, where you can keep spin kicking above him. Isn't the base problem about advertising to kids? instead of the legality of gambling. The problem is allowing kids the right to gamble. Even if it's not advertised to them, there's still potential that a kid could end up gambling money if they're allowed to. Does that make sense? And we have to do Nama. Means we lose all 3 of our lilies. It's like, it's not that, like, so if someone is just gambling online, would I let them? No, I wouldn't want to, I don't think. But again, if it were up to me, I'd probably just make gambling, straight up gambling money illegal. And then if you want to start asking questions like, what about loot box, stuff like that, I guess I'd have to think extra hard about that. I don't know. But straight up putting like $1 into a slot machine, like I'd probably just rather personally not have in the world to some degree. So the question is, like, if someone's running a stream, right? This is the dilemma. Even if they mark it as an 18+ stream, you can't stop kids from watching it and potentially seeing a streamer gamble money away and get influenced by it. But at the same time, they're not inherently doing something wrong. They're just, you know, they got sponsored for a lot of money to gamble on stream for this one company. Like I mark that my Twitch audience is 18+. Would it be considered wrong for me to gamble on stream, like literally gamble money? I wouldn't want to, just to be clear. But yeah. Boop. Streamer has 0 control over who watches them. So I guess the question is, so there's a big debate where a lot of people are saying streamers owe it to lead by example and not do something unethical like gambling on stream. I think at the bare, and I mean absolute bare minimum, if you are gambling on Twitch, your stream should be marked as 18+. But again, how much does that really matter? Sponsoring someone to gamble on stream sounds shady. Supposedly there's huge streamers out there getting sponsored for 6 figures to gamble. Because it's big money, you know? Hey, Poetry. I think we kind of almost died last time to Jonah. Aw, rolled too early. Get away. What was that? It's a hard dilemma for me, just because again, I don't really like gambling, period. So I'd rather just have gambling not exist. But assuming that I have to let it exist, since that's how the world works, right? It's kind of like, how do I justify it in some way for the rest of the world? Do streamers have a obligation to do the right thing, even to lead by example? I've had people make comments in my stream of things like, oh, you're doing a great job for your young audience with that kind of example, when I swear a lot or I say something kind of gross or stupid, you know, that kind of thing. Not often, it's been a long time, but people have said it. And, you know, my stream is clearly marked 18+, but, you know. Boom, 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 doom, doom. We seem to draw the line between gambling and not if there's a product you get. Maybe like that's a good simplified way of putting it, right? If spending money equals you might get more money or you might get 0 money, then that shouldn't be the case, I guess. Isn't it everyone's responsibility to lead by example? Swearing proven to have negative effects? I don't know. There used to be people that came into stream like super early days, like, bro, if you just didn't swear, you'd be the king. And it's like, On mobile, it's not marked on 18 as 18 plus. What? No, I tried to roll. I swear. I tried. I do, it's kind of like, I guess, I'm trying to decide for myself as I talk this out, honestly. It's kind of like, I don't think gambling's right, but I don't think it's also, also don't think it's necessarily right to blame a Twitch streamer for doing it. I'm not saying that the streamers who are streaming gambling on a regular basis are like cool or okay or anything like that. They're probably shitty for their own other reasons potentially. Besides the gambling. But I don't think that fact inherently causes it. Does that make sense? Oh, come on. A save in the combat roll and everything. All right, don't die, Dan, please. Oh, come on. Oh, God, I get hit by everything. Not that again, dude. Little overzealous there. If your stream is marked 18 plus, after that, all responsibility goes to the child's parent. Period. I agree. It comes down to like if I mean kids shouldn't really be watching it, you know. So I don't, that's what I mean. Like I don't think it's the streamer's fault if they, as long as they take that appropriate step. You know what I mean?